Democrats have called for an insurrection. If that's your interpretation, and I think it's a fair interpretation, a viral video from 6 Democrats calling on members of the military to refuse illegal orders. Now, of course, on the surface, the argument they're making is, but this is an obligation. If you're in the military, you're supposed to refuse illegal orders. What's wrong with this statement? Thus, my friends, we get into the nuances of language, semantics, and power. The Democrats' intention with this video is not about refusing illegal orders. It's about telling the individuals to interpret their orders as they determine them to be legal or illegal, and then defy them. The point is, right now there are many disputes going through the courts, and Democrats are making arguments that what Trump is doing is illegal, regardless of whether it's codified, in which they want members of the military to defy the orders of the chain of command, including the president, which would be sedition. Here's the problem with a fractured, hyperpolarized culture, and I hope you all understand the philosophical consequences and the moral consequences. This is why I talk about the potential for civil war. If I went back 10 years, as I often say, and told you that 6 Democrats would come out and tell military members to refuse orders from the president, you'd say, no way that's going to happen. Well, of course, the liberals will argue now, no, just the illegal ones. Okay, what orders are illegal? If Donald Trump says, National Guard, go deploy, and the Democrats say, no, that's illegal. The point is, there is a dispute in the courts as to whether or not Trump has the authority to what's called the protective principle, send military to federal buildings. Democrats argue he can't and it's illegal, and one could interpret the law that way. Trump argues that for decades, this has been a legal and normal practice. They are not violating posse comitatus, the law saying they can't enforce domestic law. They're simply protecting federal buildings, which has been done before. The Democrats are telling them, when we say it's illegal, you defy. Let me show you what they said and get into the heart of the story so you can better understand. And there's a response, of course, from Pete Hegseth. 6 Democrats urge military members to refuse illegal orders in viral video. I think I might have the video right here. Yep. Senator Alyssa Slotkin posted this video, and here's what she said.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens.
Let's hold on a minute. National Guard has been deployed for riots before, and the intelligence community has gone after American citizens quite a bit, actually. Nothing's changed. Just who's in power has changed.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army.
Our Navy.
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
Our Constitution.
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Yeah, so, of course, we've got a proposed community note, not a designated one. It says, this video is in violation of 18 U.S.C. 2387. Mainly this part, quote, whoever advises, counsels, urges, or in any matter causes or attempts to cause insubordination, disloyalty, mutiny, or refusal of duty by any member of the military or naval force of the United States. There's more to that, I'm sure. And then the argument is, no note needed. And here's the challenge. It is not illegal to it's not illegal to refuse an illegal order. In fact, it is a duty to do so. The challenge that we are facing is it will never be that. This is what people don't understand. Conservatives largely, because liberals certainly get these arguments. The left does. We talk about blue laws all the time, and we talk about laws that don't get upheld anymore. So let me do this. We'll ask our good friend Grok. I'll say this. Give me an example of a law on the books that is no longer enforced. This happens all the time. All right. Let's see. Here's an interesting one. It says it's illegal to deface paper currency, but people do it all the time, writing "Where's George" stamps. The Treasury Department never prosecutes it unless it's large scale. That's interesting. People rip up money. People burn money. They joke about it. Cops not going to arrest you for ripping up money. It's not going to happen. Not the best example, but interesting. In California, women may not drive in a house coat. This dates back to the 1930s and 40s and is still technically a law in a few places, but no one's been ticketed for it. In Texas, it is illegal to milk someone else's cow. Texas Penal Code 4209. Cruelty to livestock statutes in practice. Obviously, no one is arresting people for sneaking into a neighbor's barn and milking a cow anymore. It's illegal to honk your horn except in imminent danger in New York. Oh, we wish they enforced that. Here we go. In Chicago, Illinois, it's illegal to eat in a building that is on fire. Chicago Municipal Code 8-4-090. Obviously, no one is checking whether someone grabbed a sandwich while fleeing a burning building. These are called zombie laws or dead letter laws. The point is, it will never be so simple as it pertains to defying a legal or illegal order. That means when Trump says, go and stand in front of this building, Democrats go, it's illegal, don't do it. Or when Trump sent in the National Guard or the Marines because they're raiding a pot farm with child slaves, Democrats said that was illegal. Under the protective principle, it's not illegal. And right now, it's up to the courts. So when they tell people defy illegal orders, what they're saying is, if you're a Democrat, choose to interpret it the way we say, defy Trump. Now, we've got a response from Pete Hegseth. Before we read that, however, my friends, we've got a great sponsor for you today. It is Crowd Health. Check out joincrowdhealth.com. My friends, it's open enrollment. The season where health insurance companies hope you'll blindly sign up again for overpriced premiums and confusing fine print. Don't just take someone else's word. Trust yourself and take control of your future with Crowd Health. Healthcare for under $100. You get access to a team of health bill negotiators, low-cost prescriptions, and lab testing tools, as well as a database of low-cost, high-quality doctors vetted by Crowd Health. And what if something major happens? You pay the first $500, then the Crowd steps in to help fund the rest. It feels like the options we used to have before Obamacare messed everything up. And of course, you'll join the Crowd, a group of members just like you who want to help pay for each other's unexpected medical events. The system is betting you'll stay stuck in the same overpriced, overcomplicated mess. And this year, it's even more complicated because most of the ACA subsidies expire, which means your prices are going sky high. So far, Crowd Health members have saved over $40 million in healthcare expenses because they refuse to overpay. Take your power back. Go to joincrowdhealth.com, promo code TIM. Crowd Health is not insurance. Opt out. Take your power back. It's how you win. Joincrowdhealth.com. Thanks for sponsoring the show. We have a response here. Pete Hegseth reacts as 6 Democrats refuse illegal orders. I actually have another post on this one. Let me see if I can come out here. Stephen Miller says, Democrat lawmakers are now openly calling for insurrection. And that's the exact opposite of what they say, right? Because they're saying defy illegal orders. But I've already made that point. Now, Pete Hegseth is chiming in. They say Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reacted to a video in which 6 Democrats with military and intelligence backgrounds urged service members to defy illegal orders. Quote, threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home, said Alyssa Slotkin. We know this. And, of course, what to know. Hegseth responded to lawmakers' video posted on X by conservative account Libs of TikTok with, quote, stage 4 TDS, referring to the phrase Trump derangement syndrome. In this 60-second clip, the group of Democrats urged service members to refuse illegal orders. This we understand. Senator Eric Schmidt, a Missouri Republican, said that the lawmakers were mad the American people chose Trump, and now they're calling on military and intelligence community to intervene. Lindsey Graham, we're all fans of him, right? Told Fox News there was no evidence that Trump or Hegseth had ever issued an unlawful order. This is the point. Trump has not told anybody to break the law. What they're saying is there is a fractured moral worldview in this country. Choose us. Here's a proposal for you, my friends. I love going back in time and talking about the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln suspended habeas corpus. Y'all know it. And he had a third of the Maryland legislature arrested. Well, certainly those would be illegal orders, would they not? Indeed. People were arrested in the corridor from Pennsylvania to D.C. through Maryland without charge or trial, some held for years. That's certainly illegal. Everybody followed those orders. This is the point. When Abraham Lincoln said, do a thing you're not supposed to do, people just said, okay. And that's clearly a time when you're supposed to defy the orders, right? Let me say it again. Abraham Lincoln suspended habeas corpus. Only the legislature has the authority to do that. 2 years later, they retroactively confirmed his suspension of habeas corpus. At the time and for 2 years, he had no authority to do so. He ordered people to arrest individuals without charge or trial. Do you believe, Democrats, that they should have told Lincoln to shove off? Well, it's an interesting dilemma, isn't it? Because people largely celebrate Lincoln's actions and believe they were necessary to preserve the Union. So when you come out and tell people to defy illegal orders, but even when in history we've seen overt illegal orders, Abraham Lincoln, Democrats would celebrate the actions that he took. In fact, the Emancipation Proclamation, funny, right? The president has no authority to decree something like this. Don't get me wrong. Slavery is very bad. Everyone agrees, except for maybe people in North Africa. But you get the point. Abraham Lincoln had no authority to just write down a piece of paper, I hereby end slavery. And in fact, it only affected states in rebellion. Literally. So there's questions over whether the president has the right to dispatch troops into other states. Lincoln did it. To suspend habeas corpus. Lincoln. How about to threaten to arrest a Supreme Court justice? Whew, borderline, right? Because he didn't actually do it. He arrested journalists. Illegal. He arrested members of state legislature. Illegal. And Democrats celebrate these actions. Now, I'm not advocating for people to follow illegal orders. I'm pointing out it is never going to be cut and dry. I'm going to say it again. When Lincoln said do a legal thing, they said yes, and everyone celebrated. The issue is, did you win? Are you right? And people generally favor Lincoln's actions in the regard. He was a strong president who took extreme actions that one would consider to be illegal, but it is justified by today's standards. So if Donald Trump were to order someone to do something that is overt, immoral, illegal, or otherwise malicious, like, go kick a dog, yeah, don't kick the dog. Now, if the dog is threatening people and Trump says stop the dog, well, then that's not illegal, okay? Like, stop, protect yourselves. The issue right now is they're telling people to defy lawful orders under the assumption they're illegal. And that's why this is insurrection. In the end, I got to be honest, I don't really think this is the biggest news in the world, seriously. But it's a slow news day, so it is what it is. Smash the like button, my friends. Share the show with everyone you know. Stay tuned. We got more to come for you today, and we'll see you all in the next segment.